Welcome to Mommy's a Chef, and today I'm going to teach you how to make arroz con leche or rice pudding. So we're up my parents' house up north, and I wanted to make something for my mom, and she makes pretty amazing arroz con leche. I didn't want to make arroz con leche here because I think it's so simple and everybody's going to make it. But she tried it and she absolutely loved it, and she's a pretty harsh critic. And since she makes it, I knew my recipe was completely different, and it's more updated, and I have a few, actually one little trick at the end that adds so much creaminess. So stay tuned, I'll teach the perfect arroz con leche. Okay, before we begin, we're gonna discuss our cinnamon, which is the main flavor in our rice. Okay, so we have two types. We have the regular canela, which is the American. This is indigenous to America, okay? And it's I don't want to say that I don't like it. I think it's just less flavorful, and it's more pungent actually, but it's less sweeter. And to me, it reminds me when I was sick and they used to give it to me, because this is anti-inflammatory, antifungal. It's really good for you. So I use the Saigon, actually the American you buy in the US. But if you want to use the Latin American one, go ahead. If you're used to it, if you love it, use that. Okay, so let's move on to the stove. Let's begin making our rice. So I meant to say it was antiviral. Okay, so we're gonna take one cinnamon stick, and we're gonna take 1 cup of rice, and we're gonna take 1 3/4 of a cup. Two and 3/4 of a cup of water. So for regular rice, you just double the recipe for water ratio, but we want it to actually be overcooked. And we do not want to wash the rice, because if you do wash the rice, we take away that starch, and that's what we want. It's a binding ingredient for it to be creamy. Okay. Also, this is how my mom used to actually do. She used to do uncooked rice, add the milk, sugar little by little, and stir it for like an hour. This reduces that process. Okay. So that's one of the tricks that I'll show you. And we're gonna let that cook. We're gonna let this boil. Once it boils, I'm going to turn it all the way down, cover it, and let it cook for 20 minutes. Okay? So main boil, you want to see bubbles all throughout, through the edges and in the middle. You want to make sure your bubbles are in the middle, because if you don't, you're going to have uncooked rice in the middle. Okay? Okay, so we have bubbles all throughout, and now we're going to cover it and let it sit there for 20 minutes. Look how big our cinnamon got. Okay, so we're going to add 1 cup of milk, and our rice is it's really well cooked. Looks delicious. And this is, you want to stir it, because it's arroz con leche, and it's like a risotto. The more you stir it, you develop the starch. You want to use 1 can of condensed milk, and you can use any kind you want. I like la Lechera. It's actually from Chile. And stir that in, and this is gonna cook at low heat for about 10 minutes. Also, I had an option for you guys. For my mom, this is not traditional, but I added lemon zest. She adds lemon zest to all her baked goods, and they take it to a different level. If you want, you can use this as well, but it's optional. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna let it sit uncovered for 10 minutes. Okay, so look how much that yolk. So I just took it off the stove, I let it sit for like 5 minutes, and I'm taking 2 egg yolks, and I'm gonna temper them. And that all it means is just bringing it up to temperature so they don't burn when I put them into this mixture, okay? So mix that. And this is gonna make this super duper creamy and delicious and custard. Ooh, somebody at the door. Oh no. So let that stir, and just with that little amount of heat, it's gonna cook. Okay, this is one plate. So I'm gonna just put them in a cup, 3 cup. I'm gonna add a little cinnamon stick, and you can top them with a little bit of cinnamon if you like. I don't actually, but for looks, so it looks pretty. And then actually I like to stir these room temperature. If you like, you could put them in the fridge, but I think the rice gets a little bit hard when you do that. serve, and you're gonna love it. Thank you so much for watching. Try to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.